Welcome back to the Two Man Advantage Podcast. I'm Nick Diesel along with Kevin McShann and Darren DeCarlo, and we're happy to bring you your sports information. Check out 2MApodcast.com. Also check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at 2MA Sports. We got some great videos on there. We talk football, we talk hockey, we talk baseball, we talk basketball. We talk it all here, and we want you to check it out. So, boys, we're moving to our roundtable segment, and we get a little bit of everything to talk about. We got a ridiculous catch on Sunday night to talk about. Yeah. We have a poopy team that lost to Maryland and is going to go 5-7 and get jail sex in Ohio State in college football. We have a Leafs team that has David Booth coming back, and And we also have, what else? Oh, yeah, a Lions team that drafted Eric Ebron instead of that guy that made the catch on Sunday night. So let's start with you, Kevin, and give me a little bit about Odell Beckham Jr. and what you thought of that catch.
Well, it was a spectacular catch. I mean,
was it?
The Giants are a terrible team, but once they get Victor Cruz back next year and pair Beckham with Victor Cruz, they should get back on track in New York. But getting it to a local angle, the Lions had a chance to draft Odell Beckham, and they decided to pass through that Eric Ebron guy. And
did he catch a cold lately?
Oh, well, he hasn't.
I think he even dropped that.
Well, he hasn't caught more. I don't think he's got more than 12 balls all year. And I know he's been hurt, and I know that he's a young player, but when you sort of looked at the rest of the league and who the Lions passed on based on who they took, Beckham certainly stands out.
Darren, talk to me a little bit about Beckham and what you thought of that catch. Did he have some stickum on that glove?
No.
Was that for real?
If you watched it,
he got it with 3 fingers.
The pregame show, the pregame warm-ups, he's out there doing those kinds of catches in the end zone, just practicing. That's what he does. And you can credit the gloves that all wide receivers play with now.
They're a little pine tar.
A little sticky. But, they still has to make that catch. And if you slow it down and see, he caught it with his thumb and his index finger and his middle finger. And he cradled it at the tip of the ball.
So actually, before the game, I think he was seen with Michael Pineda and Kenny Rogers. They were in a room.
They're giving him some pointers on how to
they're like,
put it on, and just don't put it on your neck.
Don't put it on your neck.
It's really noticeable.
So I think that catch was ridiculous. I mean, to the point where I stopped everything I was doing and it was jaw dropping. I was are you kidding me right now?
You're going to see that catch on highlight reels the top forever. But the bottom line is the Giants still lost that game.
You know what the funny part was? I was watching that game, and after he made that catch, it seemed like when they come back out in the second half, the man got double teamed, triple teamed. They didn't give him anywhere to go. No. It was you're going to make that catch, kid? Okay, cool. You're going to get a safety over the top every single time, and maybe you might get some linebacker help in the zone. It's good luck catching that ball now. It's not like you're Calvin Johnson. You can just run to the end zone. We can toss it up.
Wow.
But, that was ridiculous.
He hasn't been doing that lately either.
He is in the same conversation as that man because that catch was ridiculous. Okay, now let's move on. We're going to move to
the boys in the maize and blue.
Oh, yeah. They still have a football team?
They have a football team. They play a pretty big game Saturday against...
Not really.
Well, it's a big game for Ohio State.
Okay, Kevin. Least. Ohio State's favored by 20. They're going into the horseshoe.
Do they cover?
They'll exceed the cover. No, but from Michigan's perspective, Brady Hoke is done. He's been done since the middle of October. He had his chances, and he's declined in wins every year since his first year at Michigan.
Where's Rich Rod? Bring Rich Rod back.
He's winning in Arizona.
He's doing good in Arizona.
But for Michigan's sake, fans have already started a website raising money to hire Jim Harbaugh, which I think is ridiculous. But listen, the Michigan football program needs to find a new identity, a new leader, and a new lease on life. That's all I have.
And Nick, you being a Michigan fan, I can see by your Go Blue coffee mug over here.
Hey, listen, it's just for coffee. Okay?
Yeah, but it's blue.
Should put a piece of tape over that.
It has a big block M on it.
I got it for free after I seen them lose.
What does that M stand for? Moron or?
Ooh.
Or
Mediocrity.
Mediocrity.
Ooh,
Very
Kevin,
nice.
look at you go. That was out of control there. Darren, give me something
That's
there.
good. No, but
Besides chirping on my
Oh, I'm
coffee
sorry. I
mug.
just can't. You know.
Hey, I tell everybody that we were just talking about off the air. You were
Yeah.
just talking about how you come on, Blue. We want you to win.
I kind of
come
want.
on, let's go. What kind of Sparty are you?
Because I'm a reasonable Sparty, and
Ooh.
I kind of want to see
There's-
them actually win.
There's some of those out there.
A little bit's out there, but like I think it's going to be a lot closer. I really don't think that 20 points that they're getting is very generous, and I think it's going to be a lot closer to that, maybe 7 to 10.
They're going into the horseshoe.
I understand that, but if they keep it close and they play well for the first half, you're known to you've seen Ohio State. They like to win it in the last quarter and a half. So if they can keep it close, maybe get a turnover too, it could be an interesting game. I'm just saying. I'm not saying Michigan's going to win. I'm saying it's going to be an interesting game if they keep it close.
Well, Ohio State, though, has everything to play for, and Urban Meyer knows that he has to run up the scoreboard if Ohio State wants to get into the national playoff picture. So I don't think it'll be close at all. Ohio State's won 11 of the last 13 or something ridiculous like that, and it's the rivalry game for Ohio State. I know Michigan just doesn't have the athletes to hang with Ohio State, and I think it'll be another bloodbath college football style on Saturday.
I'll give you this. I don't think the Michigan Wolverines will score a touchdown. I'll give you that. I don't think they'll score a touchdown.
Field goal?
Maybe one.
It's
Maybe.
the last time we have to look at Devin Gardner. Thank God.
Thank God. Okay, so one real quick. I don't know if you want to hit on this, Kevin, but you can give us a little insight. We're going to talk some hockey here for a second. The Toronto Maple Leafs, David Booth and Joffrey Lupul just got called up from the minors. They're going to be playing tonight, I believe, against Pittsburgh.
Were they in the minors? I think they were just injured.
Well, I think Joffrey Lupul was injured. I think David Booth
was injured as well.
But I think he might have been through a rehab assignment.
Maybe.
So
Possible.
now, do you think that helps?
It does. Anytime you can get a struggling scorer back like Joffrey Lupul, that could be a good thing. Depends on who he plays with. And I think getting David Booth back will definitely help, that third, fourth line, add a little bit more scoring there. But it all depends on if they can keep the momentum up. They beat Detroit last week. We should be talking about that. The Leafs beat the Wings for the first time this year.
The Wings were 4-0
Doesn't matter.
against the Leafs in the last 4 games.
They're
and all of a sudden-
4-1 now.
Eventually, the Leafs had to win.
Yeah, but they handled them very nicely, though.
It's one of those things. I'm not biting yet because I've been fooled. I bit when they beat up in Boston, and then they went and lost the National 9-2. So it's one of those things. I think the Leafs are looking for consistency, and I think maybe Lupul and Booth will help bring that, especially that veteran presence.
Who's going to be the starter within the week? Do you think they're going to continue to flip-flop between
It should be
Lammers?
Bernier. It should have been Bernier from the get-go.
Really?
So that's what I think. I've been saying that for years now. So anyway, thanks for joining us on 2MA Podcast Roundtable segment. Check out our Lions podcast. We're going to be talking about the Thanksgiving Day game this week. Mm-hmm. And we also talk about the Toronto Raptors and the Detroit... Oh, wait. Detroit Pistons don't have a team, do they?
Stan's a man back there. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. They got 3,000 people a game there. But yeah, so we talk about the Toronto Raptors because the Detroit Pistons don't deserve our conversation.
It's the Florida Panthers basketball team.
Check us out on 2MApodcast.com. Check us out on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube at 2MA Sports. Drop us a line on Facebook, Twitter. Check out some of our videos on YouTube. And we'd also send out a special thanks to an ex-member. I guess he's still a member, but
he'll always be a member.
He moved out to British Columbia with his beautiful wife, and they're starting a family there. Kyle Simpkins, he did a lot of work with us here, a lot of video work, a lot of podcast work. So we want to say thank you very much, sir, and hopefully we see you back here in Windsor, Ontario soon. So for now, take care and go Lions. Eat some bear or turkey or ham or whatever you're going to do on Thanksgiving. And for Kevin McShann and Darren DeCarlo, we'll see you next time.